Thanks for staying with News 3. It is a battle tonight over transparency and accountability in the State House.
Legislation newly signed by the current Republican governor would strip powers from the incoming Democratic governor. Rose Schmidt tells us what's next for these bills and those they affect. Rose?
That's right. Now, Governor Scott Walker says his administration will have the same powers as that of Governor-elect Tony Evers. But Evers is refuting that claim and says he won't back down. With the stroke of a pen, Governor Scott Walker signed into law proposals that weaken the powers of his successor.
There's a lot of hype and hysteria, particularly in the national media, somehow implying that this is a power shift. It's not.
Downplaying the idea that this is about Republicans trying to take away power from incoming Democrats, Walker uses the argument that this legislation is about maintaining a balance of power between the executive and legislative branches.
Going forward, they just make sure that we have transparency, accountability, that we always look to protect the taxpayers, and that we have a sense of stability going forward in state government.
Governor-elect Tony Evers made a personal appeal to Walker to use his veto pen.
The will of the people was ignored. It was an opportunity to reverse the election on November 6th, and I'm here to tell you that that's not going to happen.
The incoming governor held a news conference to condemn the legislation, which takes away Evers' power over the state's job creation agency and prevents him from withdrawing Wisconsin from a lawsuit challenging the Affordable Care Act. He warned that signing these bills would be what Walker is remembered for.
Frankly, he has chosen to make this part of his legacy, too. People will remember that he took a stand that was not reflective of this last election.
But Walker dismissed that, saying he's proud of the work he's done in office.
These bills don't change that legacy, and these bills don't fundamentally change the power of not just the next governor, but any governor thereafter.
With Evers set to take office in just over 3 weeks, he's determined to fight this.
And now that this legislation has been signed, I will be reviewing our options, and we'll do everything we can to make sure the people of this state are not ignored or overlooked. A group run by Democratic U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder says it plans to take legal action on limits placed on early voting under these bills that Walker just signed. Now, back in 2016, this Eric Holder's group and another liberal group sued in federal court to overturn a similar provision enacted by Walker.
Rose Schmidt in the newsroom. Rose, thank you.